Okay guys, I'm really sorry about this. There was some technical issues with Wi-Fi, and there was also some technical issues because I was sharing it on the wrong page. So what I'm doing here is doing seed sprouting. So you may remember doing sprouting cress or something like that when you were at school. So I got these cress seeds yesterday at the supermarket, so that was quite handy. I had to go to get a prescription. And what I've done with these cress seeds is I've sowed them in an egg box in a takeaway container, and I've just soaked the egg box really well. So I've just sprinkled seeds on there, and this will be exactly the same as those boxes that you get at the supermarket of cress. So you know that's great. And what I've then gone on to do is sprouting seeds in a jam jar, and these are really good for you. It's a nice bit of greenery to have. Kids can do it, and it's really fun and interesting. Hi Georgia. Okay, so you can buy these sprouting seed kits, and I've put a little bit of that in here in this jar. This has got alfalfa seeds in. Okay, so what I've done is I've put the alfalfa seeds with black mustard seeds from my cupboard and some nigella seeds, which are also called black onion seeds that you can buy for Indian cookery. So I've done that, and I've also put some of the cress seeds in. So what you do is you put it in a jam jar and you fill it with water like that, okay, and you let that soak overnight. And once it's soaked overnight, you see I've got this arrangement with an elastic band and some netting on there. Thank you. So once that's soaked overnight, you're then going to rinse it out the next morning, drain it off quite nicely, and soak that down. Now, what you'll then do is twice a day, just give it a swirl round and drain it off. So you're keeping it damp but not wet. Hi Georgia again. And in about 3 days you should notice little sprouts. Now those are marvellous in a salad or stir fry, on a sandwich, you know, with your egg and cress, but this is egg, cress, alfalfa, all sorts of things. So you can imagine how nice that is. It stores in the fridge for a few days, but you can do a few jars and then just have a regular supply. You'll get extra vitamin C, extra vitamin Bs from this. So it's really nutritious as well. In these times, you can't just zoom out to the supermarket for salad stuff. Okay, great. I've then soaked sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds here. So again, similarly, like lovely on your porridge possibly, that would be really good. Again, soak them overnight and then keep rinsing twice a day until you see it starting sprouting. Okay, so we've done that. I've then just done some green lentils just from my store cupboard again. Green lentils, or you get the yellow lentils, whichever ones you've got really. Give it a go. They might not all work, but some of them will. Okay, so that's lentils. Right, that's a catch-up. Now the great thing about sprouting too is that it does help if you can't maybe digest your grains and your pulses quite so well. Oh, thank you, Duncan. The pulses are more digestible this way, sprouting, and again, cooked or raw. What I've done here is I've got some barley that I started soaking last week. I was hoping it had sprouted by now, but it hasn't, unfortunately. This is my posh sprouter thing. But basically, this is just like a sieve that you take off, and it does exactly the same thing as the whatchamacallit, the material that you've got on. And as I say, you can use any material. I've just cut a piece off a clean Jay's cloth and tied it with elastic band or something. And these can go anywhere. Okay, so I think the last thing I'm going to try sprouting is some beans. And I've got these white kidney beans. Now, again, as I said in my other feed, red kidney beans and quinoa are the two that you should not sprout under any circumstances, because they have toxins in them that can cause severe reactions, so just don't. Okay, I've got this lovely funnel that I use for jam, but I then made a funnel with the top of a milk bottle, so if you haven't got one of them, that works perfectly as well. So I'll just demonstrate. There we go. It's quite fun, that makes a nice sound. Great activities for kids. You know, they could each do their own jar with their own selection, and it, you know, they can watch it growing, and how fun would that be? And it might encourage them to try something that they haven't done before. So good. Right, so again, I think I'm going to put a bit of that netting on there with my elastic. Oh well, I'll put that on. Oh, here we are. So I'll put a bit of netting on this one. Now, I was hoping to show you in my kitchen, but the signal doesn't want to work in there, so we'll just have to pass on that. But you can basically put these anywhere, and I've got a shelf in my kitchen with those butcher hooks. And what I'm going to do is, I've got this here, so that's tied securely, and I'm just going to hang these off my shelf like that. So that's the idea, to do, just to kind of, so if you haven't got space on your windowsill or that. The point of this is anyone can grow stuff indoors to have something a little bit more healthy, a little bit more variety in their diet. So we planted cress, we've planted your, say, traditional seed sprouting, so that's alfalfa, and some more cress, mustard seeds, etc. We've planted sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds. We've got lentils, and we've got white kidney beans. Okay, and these should all start sprouting in 2 to 3 days. Again, soak overnight, rinse twice a day, keep them moist but not wet, and just keep them somewhere where they get some sunlight, not in a cupboard, but they don't have to have direct sunlight. And oh, thanks, Charlotte. Yes, and that's that. What I'll do is I'll share the beginning of the other video that I recorded. I'll share that back onto the page so that you can see what there was there. Anyone got any questions or anything else they'd like to know? Or any suggestions that they'd like to have me do next time? Just seeing if anything's coming through. I'll wait a few seconds or so, or you could just send it to the page. Great, yeah. It is interesting, Charlotte, yeah, and it's really easy to do, you know. When you get really into it, I've got a friend who sprouts things like buckwheat. If you do grains and you sprout them and then you dry them, and you can make your own, like, grains for bread and stuff. So there's a whole world out there. So if you're really interested, you know, you can do a bit further reading about it. Okay, well, I think that's it then. Thanks very much for watching, and sorry about the technical hitches. And don't forget how to grow things in eggshells. Yes, that's a good idea, Charlotte. Again, you could do something like cress. So if you save your eggshells, and then you just put a little bit of paper towel in, or even scrunch up the egg box, or anything like that, and put some cress in. That's really cute. Hello, Andy. Hello, Crystal. Yes, so that could be good. And then, like, it's really sweet. And then you can draw faces on the eggshells, and you know, then they have hair. So I've got some more cress seeds, so I might do that and post a picture so you can see what it looks like. That's quite fun, really. Anything, but, you know, have a go with this. Great. Okay. Thanks, guys, and stay well. And as I say, don't forget to watch Penny's video that was on before, that you can watch up on the video on the videos on TrustLinks live, and they really good, some great hints and tips. So have a look at that too for some well-being hints and tips. Okay, bye everyone. Take care. Bye.